Welcome to the Metals Investment Forum Backstage Interview. I'm here with Eric Saderholm, President of American Pacific. Eric used to run Newmont, the Western exploration for the United States. So with the many years of experience. Welcome, Eric.
Thank you.
So you recently have very interesting results at the Madison Copper Gold Project by your partner, Rio Tinto. Can you describe, can you tell us more about it?
Yes, it was what they were doing, their attempt this year was to further define the high grades in the skarns and the jasperoids associated with the system. So they drilled this hole about 35 meters away from whatever drilling had defined that ore body before. They encountered quite a nice run, over 2% copper for 23 meters, and a very nice gold hit, one of the highest grade gold hits I've had the pleasure of reporting in my career, 2.22 ounces per ton. So that what they've done is we released the one hole. They're continuing to operate on the project, and we anticipate more results probably within a week as they go through their QA/QC procedures.
Well, excellent. So can you describe what other additional hole they drill? How many hole results are coming, and then where are they drilling? Are they further step out to get the expand the mineral base?
Yes, they are. There were 3 mines on the project: Madison, Hudson, and what they're doing is attempting to link up the mineralization between these ore bodies. So the strike length is about a 1.5 kilometers, and the other holes are the ones that are pending. The other 9 holes that we will be coming in are to test the link up between these, to try to put some tonnages to these high grades, because the grades are really nice in this deposit. It's just a matter of putting enough tonnages together.
Excellent. So do you think they can put the model together maybe later this year or early next year to give us some new latest estimate how much gold, how much copper in this area?
That would be what I would assume that they're going to do. Talking with them, they've relogged a lot of the holes that were drilled by Broadway and past operators on that property, and they're trying to put that into a 3D context. So I would assume that once the drill stops and the winter time comes in, what they'll do is just do the analytics, and they're going to start to model all of the data that they have, not only what they've generated, but what was generated in the past.
Well, excellent. So the first hole was very good, very exciting. So you are saying they have another 8 or 9 holes coming for the starting next week? Yes,
and I was up on site when they were logging these holes a couple of months ago, and they looked very good to me. And I've seen a lot of ore in my life. This looked really good. So some of these results are going to be quite nice.
Well, good. With your 30+ years experience in exploration, this must be something, one of those very exciting, high, project, high grade intercept we're coming. So basically, we should have news for the rest of the year for Madison Project.
Yes, we'll start to release news as soon as they give us the go ahead, which we can't imagine is going to be more than just a couple of days, probably early next week.
Wow, great. That's excellent news for the for American Pacific shareholder. So what eventually they need to spend 30 million on this project. You know how much they spent so far, and then what's or if they've already planned for the next year. It looks like they're hitting some exciting stuff.
I'm sure they have done their a little bit of due diligence on their next year's program. They have told us that they're obviously need the results in from this year's drilling, but next year's results or next year's drilling program is probably going to be driven by not just the jasperoids and the high grade skarn, but more of a porphyry style exploration, so some deeper holes. When they get their program together, they are kind of bound to us to review it with us. We're part of the reviewing process. And at the end of the year, they give us a yearly report, which will incorporate all of what they've done in format that we can read and relate to shareholders.
Oh, excellent. Thank you. So basically, they will drill through the mineralization, drill deeper next year. So see if they're hitting, different or more or better mineralization, even better than what you have.
That's what we would hope. And the skarn mineralization by nature can be very, very deep. It can go a long, long way down. So they're just right now chiseling out enough drilling with their 2020 program to I guess, establish what they want to do next year with their drilling.
Okay, great. Thank you. So we hope to hear more better news next year or more good news. So let's move on to the Gooseberry. I've been to that project, I think 2 years ago. So I'm understanding you're starting to drill or you're planning to drill. Can you tell us what's going on there?
Yes, I certainly can. About 3 weeks ago, we have sat down on a Skype meeting and planned a phase 1, 2, and 3 drill program at Gooseberry. It looks like about 3,000 meters will be drilled this year or into the winter, because we can drill up there. You can drill any time of the year there. It's just a matter of moving snow if it gets nasty. So that's a good program. I'm very excited about that one because I really like that deposit. I just think it's been neglected a bit for the last 30 years, and it's time to get some drilling going there. So that plan is already made up. And then I'll take care of the permitting and the facilitating the drill rigs and anything else, because that's what I do, and I live in Nevada anyway. So we're excited about that program.
Just remind us, you got this project by staking, right? You got it basically free and clear, and now you have a partner spending money for a certain percentage of this, and then you keep the rest basically free carry.
We got shares up front, which will definitely help us out with our till. It'll put money in the bank, and plus we have a direct stake in making sure that the program is successful. So it's a win-win situation for us, and I'm really excited about that program starting.
Okay, great. Finally, Tuscarora. That's another project Noble Resource used to own. I heard from Quentin, he used to be quite high on this, and unfortunately they are focused on Australia. So you got this at very low price at the bottom of the market. So what are you going to do there?
Well, we started a company with Tuscarora, so we're very, very high on it and always have been. We drilled in 2018. We had some great results there. We had Oceana as a partner for briefly for last year, and then they kind of dissolved their company. Right now, once again, we're in a pretty good scenario with the new company. Looks like 3,000 meters will be drilled there as well. There are 3 targets that they want to hit, and we haven't even, it's this Thursday that we sit down and go with the modeler and try to figure out exactly the nuts and bolts, and then I can submit the permits and we can start drilling on that this fall or early winter.
So early winter. So when do you expect some results coming out? Maybe early next year?
Yeah, so it would be, I think the labs right now are just completely stacked up with back orders and things. As people lose their budgets and we move into the winter time, we should be able to get results quicker. So when we start drilling, and it's really their program, but I will facilitate the entire program.
Well, excellent. So it looks like you will have a lot of news from Madison with your partner Rio Tinto, and then Tuscarora early next year, and maybe Gooseberry right after that, if not a similar time frame.
Plus, what we're doing right now is I have 54 projects. I just counted them up that we're reviewing. So we're trying to grow the company organically and by the drill bit around projects that make sense, because we do have 3 really good projects in our coffers right now. These are all high quality. So we don't want to just go everywhere, but we definitely want to grow ourselves from an exploration standpoint and maybe an acquisition standpoint as well.
Okay, great. Good luck. Congratulations to grab 3 high quality projects at the bottom of the market. Hope to see more exciting results from you.
I hope so too. Been good talking with you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.